It is the near future. The United States is broken, torn apart by war after war, torn apart by corruption, torn apart by environmental disaster and corporate greed. You find yourself outside the walls of Cincinnati, the greatest of the border cities. 24 million people sitting between civilization and chaos. A haven for those who can afford it. A lawless slum for those who can't. But you're not just a wanderer. You're here for a reason. You got a mission to fulfill. An objective. Just one question. Have you got what it takes to reach it? Immerse yourself in a low-down, dirty world of street gangs, cyborgs, and warring corporations. Forge your own path through the mean streets of Cincinnati in this free-to-play literary RPG. But remember, choices have consequences. And the city remembers. Forget your empathy. Survive our future. Cyberpunk dreams.
Stop right there, Altera. You're on my turf.
It would appear I'm far less alone on this planet than I had anticipated. Landing was a bit rough, but I don't think they've spotted me.
You sure you want this?
I need to know what happened. I'll find my way back. Some of the wildlife down here is very grabby.
Hey, Robin, you were right. I'm afraid something terrible is gonna happen. If you hear this, of you.
This was Sam's necklace. She never took it off. Hello? Is someone there? What is all this?
We're running out of time.
This isn't happening.
Peggy 16.
Welcome back, Executor. Aiding you in your war against the Stroll are the elite soldiers of the Elysium Corporation. These combat specialists will be under your command and are ready for battle. Assault Class. Experts in frontline combat, assault troops excel at any kind of offensive activity. They're most commonly deployed to secure territorial gains or clear perimeters of hostile presence. These highly trained operatives are always pushing forward, often against the odds. Medic Class. Taking charge of one of the most demanding roles in prolonged combat, these units are one-man infirmaries that heal injuries, remove debuffs, and revive fallen squad members, even in the heat of battle. Equipped with a fleet of support drones, medics ensure prompt crisis resolution and immediate attention to wounded Marines. Heavy Class. Specialists in using heavy weapons, these units are commonly used to suppress large enemy forces through efficient crowd control. A single unit is capable of thwarting an entire horde attack, especially if positioned in a tactically valuable location. Although they consume a great deal of ammunition, the Heavy is an excellent choice to ensure every bullet finds its target. Demolition Class. Specializing in explosive ordnance deployment, demolition squads usually engage targets of exceptional size or extreme armor configurations. They also devastate environments with ease, destroying the potential for enemies to hide in cover. Their destructive power is unmatched, their presence a guarantee of obliteration. Marksman Class. Serving as long-range support, the Marksman class specializes in lethal forms of terrain surveillance, including scanning the environment for threats. Using powerful sniper weapons, these units exterminate targets from a distance with brutal efficiency. A marksman is a guardian from afar who also serves as a capable scout, often saving the lives of frontline soldiers at the last second. Recon Class. Focused on stealth and survival, recon units are tasked with finding resources and establishing situational awareness for the entire squad. They have advanced cloaking abilities, but can also request devastating airstrikes and heavy support deployments against unaware enemies. Build your squad and utilize their unique abilities to best suit each mission, and save Mars in our name.
To fray, its land rent by tooth and claw.
myself, you know. And I've had enough of this rot. Come on!
As the chaos spread, the star seemed doomed to unravel, and yet... there were those who stood in defiance of that fate. The hour is come, creature. It's all or nothing. Will our heroes deign to play their part? You took your time. 'Tis as we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting. The end draweth nigh. Secrets to tell. Take care, my friend.
So, Charlian would keep its counsel while the world is lost to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Of fate. Green blades, dark and light. Tolling the coming of the end.
Mario's friends and foes are going head-to-head in the great game of golf. With easy-to-learn controls, anyone can get a nice shot.
Nice shot.
MarioGolf SuperRush.
Chip it.
Study the wind and the terrain. Think it through, and then swing.
Shot.
Thanks to simple button controls, you can easily line up impressive shots fit for a pro golfer.
Excellent.
Curve shots bend the ball's trajectory so you can avoid obstacles. Spin shots add a little spin to the ball, adjusting its path after it lands. And there are plenty more techniques in your proverbial golf bag. The shot gauge lets you see how your shot will curve due to slopes. And the scan function lets you examine a course's terrain. With these techniques, you'll be strategizing like a master. Instead of button controls, you can opt for motion controls. Gently swing a Joy-Con controller like a golf club. As you swing the controller, your character will swing in the game. You'll feel like you're really golfing. Mario and his pals are geared up. From power to control, each outrageous golfer has their own surprising strengths. Up to 4 players can hit the greens. By connecting online, you can compete with friends and faraway golfers. There are a variety of courses, from lush natural scenery to fantastical areas you could only find in the world of Super Mario. Some courses are just what you'd expect. Others include strategic challenges. Expect the unexpected. Speaking of, there's a new way to play golf. The kind of battle you could only wage in a Mario game. Speed golf. Now, it's always your turn. Each golfer tees off at once and races to their ball. Hit it again and again and try to stay ahead of the competition. Throughout the match, you'll collect items to restore stamina and overcome the obstacles standing between you and victory. Every character has a different special dash, which can be used to rocket forward while the acceleration lasts. Or you could always use it to steamroll opponents. And let's not forget these golfers' signature moves, special shots. Some knock back other balls on impact. Others clear out any balls in their path. Each golfer has something special to offer. Use that to your advantage and make your rivals eat dust. Hitting the ball is just the beginning. Better know how to dash and rock those special shots to keep up with these competitors. And in this obstacle-filled arena, an intense new golfing competition is underway. Battle Golf. It's speed golf with special rules set on a single course. Here, golfers battle to claim any of the 9 holes they can before their opponents. Be the first golfer to capture 3 flags, and victory is yours. Level up your golfing skills and your rookie Mii character while engaging with Mushroom Kingdom locals in Golf Adventure. In the practice area, there are in-game coaches for beginners to learn from as you work on technique. You're a golfer on a mission. Multiple missions, actually, and the challenges may surprise you.
Good.
Boss battles in golf? Legendary! You'll even level up by gaining experience and then allocating points to different stats, allowing you to develop your golfer however you'd like. Then, you can use your leveled up Mii in versus play. The Mario Golf series has leveled up. Ready, set, swing. Mario Golf SuperRush. Available June 25th, only on Nintendo Switch. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
Look about you! Take it all in! Your grandchildren will want to hear everything about this day. The day you drove the traitorous Mason Worms back into the dirt!
Starting the game, as you would see in a movie, the players are standing up and the commander is walking in front of you and giving you the battle speech. And then we give you control and you get to play out that scenario right there.
When you're running through the castle gate, it feels like what you see in Hollywood movies.
And we're not just inside the castles, we're taking over the walls, we're going through the city, and then we're going into the final keep. From customizing your face, your scars from battle, to defects, and just the armor, your weapons. There's a lot of player choice in what kind of knight you want to be.
The whole personality of the game is meant for you to create your own medieval movie hero. You're not just sort of a bunch of faceless, nameless mercenaries fighting against another faceless, nameless team. There's a real, actual story going into all the battles. Chivalry II tells the epic saga of Argon II, who is king of the Agatha Knights, and he is fighting against King Malric of the Mason Order.
The Masons and Agathians have unique sets of personalities that help define our in-game factions and reinforce the lore of the chivalry world.
The Mason Order is pretty upfront that they're willing to do whatever it takes. The Agathian Knights are the righteous, noble, but when you look under the surface, there's more going on behind the scenes.
Suddenly, there's this emotional backstory that's forming behind all the decisions you make in this game.
Each map tells a story, and I think that's what makes the maps quite special, especially in our team objective mode. There's a map called Lionspire. You start out on the beach with all these boats that are just washed up on the shore, and the first thing you do is you immediately are fighting people.
In Redhelm, we have an initial siege on the first stage that has trebuchets launching from afar, and you can hear those distant impacts. And then as the battles progress throughout the city, you have different sounds like the panic of the city as it's being plundered.
Coxwell is a map that feels the fantasy of the ugliness of medieval times. So it starts with Masons rushing into the small village and burning all the houses. And at the very beginning, defenders are actually playing as peasants. So you can feel the tide coming, try to survive as long as you can.
I made it! We made it!
Adding personality, humor, and the extra little juice is always a key component to us.
In Chivalry II, we expanded the voiceover system to include more manual VO options, as well as a slew of dynamic auto VO events. Players can choose voice options during customization to match their ideal on-field personality.
I'm gonna rip your heart out through your asshole!
We're also letting players change their emotes up as they pick things up in the environment. If you pick up a chicken and you battle cry with it, it's a unique emote compared to if you're just doing it normally.
Leave no one alone!
The voices for Chivalry II really give you a ton of different options.
There's the Dark Prince, who's a sadomasochist.
Yes, hurt me!
He just relishes in the combat and cutting people open, and every time he is hurt, he's like happy about it.
You know I am fueled by pain.
There's one character, he thinks he is a god. Everything he says is like, oh, you're welcome for saving your life.
We all have an ego. Mine is just better.
There's a special place in my heart for the Squire Boy, who, like myself, would be completely out of place on a medieval battlefield.
We're all gonna die!
And it's the way he whinges and brown-noses his way through a battle and surprises himself when he gets a kill or simply still survive that is very endearing.
I soiled myself and nobody cares!
And so it's a really silly humor that people can do. It shows personality for everyone to express himself.
The voices add a layer of comic relief to an otherwise brutal world full of pain screams and death cries.
The whole point of it is just to crack open a beer, play the game, relax, just stab somebody till you feel better.
It's incredibly unwinding. You can pick up this huge medieval hammer and just crush somebody's head.
It has a lot to do with doing something you'd never do in your real life and getting to live this fantasy of what if I was a knight in the medieval times.
You wouldn't want to go into a medieval battlefield in real life because you lose your head one time, it's gone. The best thing about Chivalry is you can probably go find your own head again and use it.
Flay them alive!
Capital of war, where there are no limits. Only action.
Secure, move it!
Some heroes die hard.
Serious right now?
Others draw first blood.
I'm coming to get you.
This summer, tighten your headband. Don't forget your shoes. And scream, yippee-ki-yay! Call of Duty is #1. With a mullet, business in the front, badass all around. You're welcome.
Introducing the Teammate Experience Update. Based on community feedback, this update improves the AI teammate experience around 3 main pillars: progression and skills, squad-sized weapons and gear, and customization options. First, a new progression system is now available for the AI teammates. By completing challenges and objectives, players will be able to improve on their teammates and unlock new rewards and skills. From a devastating piercing shot, to an autonomous combat drone deployment, or a detection scan, these new skills will enhance your team's effectiveness on the battlefield. Second, new options will let the players fine-tune and organize their team more efficiently. You can now select the number of teammates in your squad from 0 to 3 to perfectly adapt your team for each deployment. You can also choose whether your teammate's secondary weapon is visible or not to create coherent fire teams. And the Rainbow Six teammates, Ash, Finka, and Thatcher, are now fully customizable as well. Finally, new customization options are now available both for the AI teammates and your main character. 4 ghillie hoods will help players complete their camouflage. 3 gas masks are fully compatible with headwear, and the iconic Ghost's costumes are also now available to all. On top of this update also brings new weapons and skins, and a lot more customization items too. The Teammate Experience Update releases on May 25th. See you on Aroa, Ghosts.
With all due respect, sir, we can't stand on the sidelines while they redraw the maps for the 20th century. There's another opportunity. Arabia.
Deal with the situation, George.
Yes, Mr. President. I'll send our best man.
I serve my country the best I can, and there are no strings on me to pull.
Captain Mason demonstrated bravery and quick decision-making in a difficult situation. The king and his 2 sons have been murdered. But there is a new king. We need to be prepared. It's a dangerous world out there.
You ever want to see the desert?
Arabia is occupied by Saxony, but most of the Bedouin tribes tried to kick them out under the last king.
Any man or woman who refuses to bow to the Saxonians is welcome here.
I need to talk to the new king.
I don't believe talking to my uncle is in your best interest. Saxony intends to keep my uncle in power at all costs.
Oil is increasingly valuable to the powerful nations of the world, including America.
If you want them gone, you need allies.
Strong allies.
Why should I trust you? Our land is seen as nothing but a price to claim. How are you any better than the other Westerners who promised the stars while stealing the earth beneath our feet? Can you promise me that Arabia is not trading one occupier for another when I ask America for help?
These people are no freedom fighters. They're criminals.
But it's their country!
My people, my home, are not things to be traded or bargained with.
I know what success requires.
That's more like it.
Can't stop, won't stop. Drop the beat.
Watch this. Now, let's see some smiles on those faces.
Give up with this. I haven't even broken a sweat.
This is to my liking. Hey there. Miss me? Here I am. Been here all along.
Witness me.
Am I programmed to dance?
Yeah!
We need to group up to continue.
How riveting. My blade never dulls.
You wanna try me?
Pathetic. Feeling spry.
I am in the groove.
Grat. Blossomed into fortune by hands of craftsmen. Truly, a beautiful city. But what use is prosperity against the impending doom that is the plague? In this graveyard, I must find it.
Wake up, son.
Hello everyone, I'm MT5, a member of the Lost Light development team. Some of you may know me from the official Discord channels. Today, I will introduce you to this survival shooting game, Lost Light, which I participated in developing. Warfare, progression, competition, these are the core elements of Lost Light. We have invested a lot of effort in these three perspectives to provide players with the most realistic war experience. All the firearms, mods and items in Lost Light have prototypes in real life. The current 5 firearm types include dozens of firearms. Each one supports up to 12 modifiable parts, all with different attributes, and players can modify them to fit different battlefield environments. Lost Light follows the principles of realism in character design. The design is inspired by real-life objects, and in the progress of designing gear, we also pay attention to the worn-out marks. Because the story takes place in the near future, our design incorporates about 10% of the futuristic elements, such as the unique Firefly Squad's armband and the astronaut outfit. To fully describe the top combatant in high resolution, Lost Light innovatively applied art technology in a mobile game to restore the gleam in the character's eyes. Lost Light currently offers 12 different level sets of armors and helmets for players to combine at their will. Different armor materials and textures have different impact sound effect and special effect. Not only blood and fire, but warfare is also a torrent of countless individuals converging. In a state of war, individual emotions and interactions will be magnified infinitively. From there, we begin to think about how players could experience the complex emotions of war in Lost Light, rather than merely chasing the kill. When injured, can you risk exposing your coordinates and send a distress signal? When faced with a stranger on the ground, can you reach out, lend a hand, and form a temporary squad with them? There is no right or wrong choice. Everything is completely up to the players. But every choice you make, no matter how small it is, will determine your experience in Lost Light. Lost Light is currently in soft launch in some regions, and will be available in more regions in the near future. We welcome you to follow us and pre-register the game by all means. We are insignificant individuals in this big world, but in the world of Lost Light, we connect with each other. A whole new war experience will be forged through this. Finally, I look forward to seeing you all in the game.
Let's see what's the animation look like.
Tá bom.
Jogo de durabilidade.
Nossa, chegou no spot. Marquei atrás de tudo, chegou no spot.
Corre, amigo! Vamos embora! Peguei um, velho. Tem dois, velho. Grabei o outro.
Ah, saiu. Ah, buguei.
First with a sturdier skull in the next battle.
Only fools die young. Shame. I thought you'd be more interesting. Precision is a chief's best tool. You're more valuable, dead.
Suck. Oh my god, he's lagging.
Nothing personal. A toast. I mean your toast. Nothing personal. Nothing personal.
An adrenaline-filled ride of fun, Badlanders. The realistic and heart-racing gunfight is not the only highlight. You can also enjoy the thrill of getting rich overnight. In the game, you can choose to loot supplies or go toe-to-toe with your enemies and take their belongings. Each successful escape will leave you handsomely rewarded. Fighting is like walking on a tightrope. 1 second you swing to the feeding side, the next second you may swing to the fortune side. Are you ready to take the risk and fight for riches? The game's also got a highly customizable modify system. Distinctive weapons are available to satisfy all your combat needs. Grip, sight, stock, every part can be customized. The freedom to modify things brings your battles to a whole new level. Weapons and gear also have varying extended attributes that can significantly increase your combat power. The backpack with smoke-filling tank, the smart tagging helmets, and so on. This incredible gear is sure to give you an edge over your enemies. And in Badlanders, every item you obtain is tradable. Through the in-game auction house, you can tap into your business potential by buying low and selling high to the point of amassing a ton of wealth. You can also use this wealth to exchange for more powerful gear, which in turn will boost your combat power even more. In the future, Badlanders will bring you more surprises and challenges. A map featuring a desert landscape is already coming soon. The battle for riches is going to take place on the scorching earth. And new weapons and attachments bring tons of possibilities. Gunfights don't have to be monotonous. There will also be new mechanics and features, so there's plenty of new content to look forward to. The beta test is already underway, so what are you waiting for? Start your fight for glory and riches.
The eternal night befalls once more. Hunger, cold, and death loom over us. Mighty Arden, reveal yourself and grant us hope. Longships are prepared for the voyage ahead. Let us set sail for the glory of Faron!
Greed. It's the real lifeblood of Chicago. And there's always opportunities to make a buck in this town. I'm, a fixer. Need a loan or help smoothing over a little relationship problem? Want to make sure your competition leaves town quietly. In this city, you gotta take what you want. Go ahead, make a move. Just remember, you better make it count. Maya Lansky, at your service.